Okay, so I have to replace the seal that's down there in the bottom of the toilet, the one that's the what I'm going to call the flapper seal. Now, this started not holding water about a month or two ago. Normally when we store our trailer, we fill this toilet up with water. That way it keeps that seal from dry rotting. We started noticing that the water was gone. And even when we go camping, every time after you would flush it, in 30 minutes, the water that was normally in the bowl is gone. So with that, we started noticing more odors in our bathroom, because if it's not holding water, that means that it's not holding a seal, which will allow vapors to come up into your bathroom as well. So today we're going to replace that seal. Now the first thing that you have to do is you got to take it loose at the base, and there's a nut on each side that's under this little cap. So I'm going to pop the plastic cap off and then take the nut off, and I'll come back to you real quick. Okay, so I removed the toilet from the base, the 2 screws. Then I had to unscrew the back of this. Now this is going to have a little bit of water in it, which, by the way, I'm not hooked to any water source right now, but it still holds a little bit in this line. So whenever I unscrewed it, it poured a little bit of water out on the floor, which I use this towel for. I also put this towel in the hole just to keep any fumes down. My tank was really clean, but any tank is still going to have some odor to it. Okay, so that's the next step. Then what I believe we have to do, and I'm fixing to find out, is you've got 2 screws. This is the back of the toilet. You got a screw here and a screw here, and I'm going to, I say a screw, they're bolts. I'm going to undo those, and the tank should come off, and then we should see that seal that I need to replace. So let's see what we got. Okay, so I took these self-tapping screws out of the hole here and out of the hole here at the back of the toilet. Now all you have to do, you can see those tabs, the tab right there, there's one on each side and one at the front. All you do is lift up from the base and rotate this direction. You're going to rotate clockwise, and I'm sorry, counterclockwise, and this will lift off of the base. The top bowl will lift off the base, and then you'll be able to see the seal that you need to change. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so I have lifted the bowl off of the tabs, and you can see this is the seal that I'm needing to replace. Now I bought this off of eBay. It's a Thedford 34120, and it was $15 for the set. Now you can see there's 2 different seals in there, okay? This one is going to go right here, and then under this base, let's see if I can flip this around real quick. There's another one. That's the one that goes into your main plate over here on the floor. So I'm just going to put both of those seals on and slap this dude back together, and that's pretty much how you do it. I may show a few more steps that show exactly how I put this back together. Okay, so this is the new seal, and you basically just set it on there flat side down, just like that. Okay, and what keeps the pressure on this, what creates the seal, is when you put the bowl back on there and you tighten your screws into these holes, it pushes down like this on that seal and creates the seal that you need on your flap. So that's what we're going to do, and then I'll roll this over and slide the new seal on the bottom and slap it back together. Just a quick note that when you're tightening these back up, you just want to snug them fairly snug, but not too tight, because you're just tightening them into plastic and you will strip them out really easily. So just use caution when you're tightening the 2 screws that hold the base back together. Just be real cautious on that. So basically this seal is a new seal. I pulled the old seal off, it just pops right off. You pop the new seal on there. You want the cone facing down so that it will fit nice and snug down in this hole when we stand the toilet back up, which is what we're fixing to do. This whole process, I've been in here about 15 minutes. It really is a very simple thing to do, and most travel trailer places are going to charge you $100 to do this. So you can save yourself $100 in 15 minutes just by doing this yourself. All right, I set the base back on there, and I thought I would share with you something to make that doing that easier. You just have those studs sticking up. Just pick the toilet up, line them up, set them on the studs, and then lay your chest across the top of the toilet, because what that does is it puts pressure down, smashes that seal into place, and then you can finger tighten all of your nuts on both sides, and then tighten them down with a socket. Now don't over tighten them, don't go Hulk Hogan on it, just get them really snug, because you're dealing with plastic. You don't want to start breaking stuff. And then your final step is to just re-hook up your water line, and then you're good to go. Now one more thing I wanted to point out. You know, I showed you the 2 bolts that were in the back there, the 2 self-tapping bolts. Before you tighten those down, you want to center your seal to where it's centered like that, because This bowl is free to shift around on those ears that were inside of there that we had to lift the bowl off of. And your seal can be, a bunch of your seal can be sticking out on one side. So just kind of center it, then tighten those screws up. So anyway, I hope this helps save you a little bit of money. That's how you fix your toilet. Literally a 20-minute job. So I hope this helps you. And if you would, like my Facebook page or YouTube page, SouthernTrace Camping. That's one word for SouthernTrace. And I plan on posting all kinds of repair videos as issues arrive with my travel trailer, which I hope are not going to be many, but let's face it, they're prone to break down. So I'm also going to do reviews on state parks, private parks, Corps of Engineer parks, just everything that I've come across that I think might help you. I want to let you know about it, especially the cool toys that I find to add to a travel trailer. So anyway, get out there with your family, make lots of memories, have fun, and be safe, and God bless.